A pro-life pregnancy center in upstate New York, which was firebombed earlier this month, is now facing an investigation for not offering abortion services. Compass Care in Buffalo was heavily damaged and spray painted with pro-abortion graffiti. So far, no arrests have been made. Meantime, the center just found out that it is the subject of a probe amid pro-abortion measures recently signed by Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul. The center says the state wants information on donors, patients, and more. Other pro-life organizations also are facing harassment, threats, and vandalism. As we reported last month, the pro-life policy group Wisconsin Family Action was attacked on Mother's Day, becoming one of the first pro-life organizations to come under fire after the Supreme Court draft opinion was leaked. And joining us now is Julaine Appling, president of the Wisconsin Family Action Group, joining us now. Great to be with you, Julaine. Thank you so much for your time. For those who may not be familiar with what happened to your organization, can you briefly describe the attack?
Sure, I can do that. And thanks for this opportunity. It's really important that we keep giving this message out to folks. And so on Mother's Day, in the early morning hours of that Sunday, we had a call come in saying that our office had been attacked. Someone or someones had taken 2 molotov cocktails and tried to throw them into our office windows. Now, we have a suite of offices, and the office they chose for this was my personal office. One didn't go through and the window didn't break, so they broke a window, threw another one in. It didn't explode as much as they would have liked, so they set on fire some material that was on the windowsill inside the window. So we had a fire that was set. We had the Molotov cocktails set off, and we had graffiti put outside our office on the exterior walls that said, first of all, if abortions aren't safe, then you aren't either. And then we had some anarchist symbols as well.
It's so disturbing. I understand that a $1,500 reward was recently offered for information about that attack. Since that reward was announced, have any arrests been made, or have the police received any leads?
No, no arrests have been made. And by the way, we're getting ready to up the reward. The police did call me right after we released the press release announcing the initial amount for the award and reward. And we were, I hadn't heard from them for 2 weeks. And then when they saw it on the news that we had issued this statement and we're offering the reward, suddenly I got a call from them. And I'm not saying that to be negative about them, but it sometimes is a long time between the times that we hear from them and get updates. To the best of my knowledge, and they actually stopped by today for some information they needed from us, and they've not arrested anyone. They haven't talked about a person of interest. They haven't talked about any tips that have led to anything. So apparently all levels of law enforcement are involved, local police, the FBI, and of course ATF, who is handling the physical evidence.
Well, we're praying that you get some answers very, very soon on this, Julaine. I'm wondering, what advice maybe do you have for other organizations that are facing similar threats and attacks?
Well, you know, we're a policy organization, and quite honestly, if somebody in Wisconsin was going to be attacked, I'm so glad it was us and not a pregnancy resource center. These are the best ground troops we have in Wisconsin and all across the country in the pro-life movement. And I think some of those would have been put in a situation where they couldn't keep going. We were not put in that situation. We haven't stopped. We haven't shut down. We haven't stopped talking. We haven't stopped doing what we do. And so pregnancy resource centers and care centers, I think, are in an unusual situation. I've visited several since the attack happened on us. And I'll tell you what, those folks that are doing that work, they are there every day that they're open. They're offering their services. They're being careful. They're making sure their employees and their volunteers are safe and that their clients are safe and feel safe, but they're not stopping. They know their work is important, just like we know our work is important. And we aren't going to stand down, go away, be quiet because the bullies are trying to intimidate us. And so I think what we all need to do is be wise. Take steps to ensure the safety of all the people who work with us and anyone who comes to our clinics or our offices. And then, you know, quite honestly, we have to trust God to take care of us. We aren't foolish, but we can't quit just because they're threatening and or attacking. But, you know, if they don't get this stopped pretty soon, someone's going to get hurt. And that's why we want this wrapped up as quickly as possible here, at least in our situation.
Yeah, and again, as I said, we are praying for you. We hope this gets wrapped up, you get some answers, and we really appreciate you coming on, Julaine, and speaking with us. God bless you.
Thank you. You folks too.